Today, I am going to be showing you guys my brand new two-way, three-level point forward in NBA 2K23. Now, this build is absolutely insane because it is 6'10", gets contact dunks, can shoot any shot that you need it to make, has elite playmaking, and can be one of the best defenders on the court. Now, let me show you guys how to make this build. All right, so when it comes to the position, you're going to be making this build at the small forward position. So for the body settings, we're going with a height of 6'10", weight 201 pounds with a 6'10" wingspan. Body shape doesn't matter, but I went with compact. So starting off with the finishing on this build, you're going to get an 86 driving dunk, which is going to be enough for gold limitless takeoff, as well as getting some of the pro contact dunk animations on this build. You're also going to get a 76 close shot, which is going to get you fast twitch on silver, which will help you get some, well, it's pretty self-explanatory, close shots around the rim to go in. Now let's take a look at some of this in action right here on the fast break, wide open. We're gonna go for the two hands for safety, easy dunk, but you know, we're not gonna play it safe every single time. Right here, meter contact dunk goes in, no problem. You can finish absolutely insane on this build. I mean, look at this dunk. Just kidding, that wasn't a dunk for some reason, but again, right here, nice little standing dunk. Okay, when it comes to finishing, this is definitely the weakest part of the build, but you still get contact dunk, so it's okay. Moving on to the shooting, and this is one of the best parts of the build. You're gonna get 81 mid-range shot, which will get you Midi Magician on Hall of Fame, as well as a 92 three-pointer, which is going to get you limitless range on gold, and you're also going to have gold Agent 3s on this build. But like I said, the shooting is by far one of the best parts of this build. Having the ability to be able to hit insane mid-range shots, as well as deep threes or step-back threes, as you see right here, is such an important asset to have as a shot creator, especially in the rec where the spacing can get kind of tight sometimes and you need to be able to hit shots in smaller windows or take shots that people would normally not take, which include hitting some sort of fades in the mid-range, step back threes in tight windows. But again, this build can absolutely do that, and it's also great in the catch and shoot situations as well, as you see right here. But yeah, no, I can't stress enough how important it is to have a really high three-pointer on this build. There are other versions of this point forward build that you can make where you don't have as high of a three-point rating, and I will show you that version of the build at the end of the video. So make sure you watch this video all the way through so you can see that version of the build if that's something that you want to use. But mine is a little bit more offensive heavy, even though it's still a two-way, and I love it because we can hit shots like that, which are just so insane. Immediately catch and just fade from three, no problem, and it goes in like nothing. So yeah, if you're struggling to shoot in this game and you need a build with a high three-pointer to bail you out, or if you're looking for something that's able to take your shot creation to the next level, this is the build that you are looking for. Moving on to the playmaking, you're going to get an 86 pass accuracy, which is going to get you a bunch of playmaking badges on Hall of Fame, which include Dimer as well as Break Starter. And then when it comes to the ball handle and the speed with ball, you're going to get that 81 ball handle, which is going to help you unlock a lot of new signature animations that you wouldn't be able to use previously, even on a 6'10" build, and a 72 speed with ball, which will allow you to move around the court pretty quickly. Now let me clarify something. Obviously you can go with just an 80 ball handle or just a 65 speed with ball to unlock the Joel Embiid dribble style, but the problem is that if you want the point forward name, you have to max out your speed with ball handle and put your pass accuracy to at least an 86. And speaking of clarifying things, allow me to just clarify again really quickly. The pass accuracy that I'm using in all of these clips is not fully maxed out. We're only using a 75 pass accuracy. So if people are watching this and they're thinking, oh, that 86 pass accuracy just looks like a 75, I'm not actually using an 86 right now. I'm using just a 75. So that's why it looks like a 75. But I've seen people using an 86 pass accuracy, and you can throw absolute steamers with it this year. And it's really important to have a high pass accuracy because this year there is no bullet passer, and the speed of your passes is determined by your pass accuracy. So having a pass accuracy that's in the high 80s is absolutely essential if you're going to be a primary ball handler, especially in a 5v5 situation. Now look at the combos right here. A little playmaking, gonna take the shot in the mid-range. Obviously this shows a little bit of the shooting as well as the playmaking on this build, but I just wanted to show you that you could definitely combo up on a build like this. And if you want a dribble tutorial with me using these combos as you see right here, using the Paul George size up escape and comboing that into the Kevin Durant hop jumper can create so much space, which is something that I've learned recently how to do on this build, and we're definitely trying to get in the lab more with a lot of these moves and trying to move a little different than everybody else is this year. But again, back to the playmaking, okay? right? Absolutely insane. Even with the 75 pass accuracy, you could throw steamers. Now moving on to the final thing, the defense. We're gonna get you an 88 interior defense, which is gonna be enough to get you post move lockdown on gold. You're also going to get an 82 perimeter defense, a 71 steal, and a 75 block, which will get you chase down artist on gold, as well as a 70 defensive rebound to get you rebound chaser on bronze. Now the defense on this build, as you can see right here, even though we only get bronze interceptor, you can still definitely play the lanes on this build. Now the other really important thing that this build is going to have that I'm really excited about is an 88 interior defense, which is going to get us post move lockdown on gold. I feel like interior defense is really important this year when it comes to stopping slashers and walling them off before they're able to get their dunk to activate in the paint. And it also helps tremendously when it comes to stopping close shot attempts from going in. And it's also good, you know, stop those pesky little post scores that we go up against every now and again. But even though this build that we made has a minimum wingspan, that wingspan is still 6'10", so we're going to be able to get in those lanes and get steals as you see right here. But after this section, I'm going to be showing you guys a build that has a much larger wingspan, gets more defense. You're going to get that 88 block and 85 defensive rebound, and you'll see that in just a second. But as you see right here, we're getting all these stops in the paint with the high interior defense. And obviously, we're kind of double teaming them in the paint, but I'd like to think that most of that was me. Now look at this right here. This is the second version of this build, and I'm also going to use this as a template to kind of explain how you can make your own version while still getting the name two-way 3-level point forward. So when it comes to the finishing, it's pretty much the exact same: 76 close shot, 86 driving dunk. You want to have at least an 85 driving dunk, I believe, and at least a 75 close shot to keep that 3-level name in the build. Now when it comes to the shooting, we're gonna go with that 81 mid-range still, get you mini magician on Hall of Fame, as well as the 3-point shot to an 83 to get you agent threes on silver. Now if you want to keep the name the exact same, you want to make sure your mid-range and your 3-point shot is at least an 80. If your mid-range shot goes too low, it'll either call you a playmaking shot creator or a two-way inside out point forward, which are definitely, again, pretty cool build names, but we want a two-way 3-level point forward, so that's why we have the shooting the way we do. Playmaking, like I mentioned earlier, you cannot go lower than any of the stats as you see right there in the playmaking category. And then lastly, when it comes to getting the two-way part of the build name, I believe I usually always go with an 88 interior defense, because if you go with just an 80, you won't get the two-way part of the name, and the build will more than likely be called a playmaking shot creator. Perimeter defense, we also went pretty high, as well as a steal. We're gonna get that 78 steal for silver interceptor. And then here's the main difference: this version of the build has an 88 block, which will get you silver anchor as well as Hall of Fame chase down artist. And another big change, we're gonna get that 85 defensive rebound, which will get you silver rebound chaser, which is a bigger improvement over just the 70. So this build is definitely more defensive heavy than the build that I have shown you throughout the entire video, but that is up to you how you want to make it. I was kind of just trying to give you the guidelines on how you get the build name with showing you this second build. When it comes to the takeover options, these are going to be the exact same on both builds. You're going to get shot creating, sharpshooting, lock, as well as all of the rim protecting takeovers. And as you come out of the My Player Builder, you're going to get the player comparisons of Scottie Pippen, Jason Tatum, and Brandon Ingram. And you're going to get the build name two-way 3-level point forward. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. This was a very fun build to make and a very fun build to play on. But that's going to be it for today. Like, subscribe, all that bullshit. Now get out of here. Enjoy the rest of your day. See ya.